Corruption is a global and cross-border problem that has far-reaching consequences on nations and societies, and Nigeria is not an exception. These were the words of ICPC Chairman Mr. Ekpo Nta when he hosted media practitioners to a roundtable recently at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja. The aim of the roundtable was for the Commission to build an improved and robust relationship with the media as major stakeholders in the fight against corruption. At the meeting with the journalists, the ICPC chairman used the opportunity to give a breakdown of the details of the Commission's activities in the recent past. This is our area of focus on this episode of the program Corruption Must Go, ICPC's weekly television program. My name is Murna Ishaku. Also today, we have the segment on Know the Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Act 2000, ICPC's legal document. We have tidbits, drama, and many more. Inatimi Ugoji is standing by to bring us updates in the war against corruption.
Welcome to the Tidbit segment. Further to its firm resolve to partner with the youth in its anti-corruption crusade, ICPC played host recently to executive members of the University of Benin Students' Union government. The students who paid a courtesy call on the ICPC chairman, Mr. Ekpo Nta, in Abuja, were led by the Speaker of the Union, Right Honorable Ogun A. Laurel. Explaining the purpose of the visit, the Speaker said that it was born out of the high regards the Student Union had for the Commission as an anti-graft agency. In his response, ICPC Chairman Mr. Ekpo Nta commended the initiative taken by the students to keep themselves abreast with the happenings in the world of anti-corruption. ICPC has arraigned the Director of Finance in the Police Service Commission, PSC, Mr. Emmanuel Ibe, over alleged mismanagement of 11,750,000 naira belonging to PSC. Mr. Ibe was arraigned on a 9-count charge before Justice C.N. Oji of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT High Court 21, Akko. ICPC's prosecuting counsel told the court that Mr. Ibe allegedly facilitated the payments of 11,750,000 naira to some selected staff of PSC as airfare and airport taxi allowance from Abuja to Bauchi, Niger, Benue, Kaduna, Kogi, Nasarawa, and the FCT, even while there was no connecting flights from Abuja to any of those states, thereby contravening Section 19 of the Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Act 2000 and punishable under the same section. Mr. Ibe pleaded not guilty to the charge when they were read to him by the trial judge. His counsel, S.M. Nwosu, then asked the court to grant him bail on self-recognition, saying that the alleged offense was bailable. Justice Oji, in his ruling on the bail application, admitted him to bail in the sum of 10 million naira, with 2 sureties in like sum, one of whom must be a director in the public service of the Federation. That's all from the Tidbit segment. Over to you, Muna.
You're watching Corruption Must Go on the network service of NTA. Coming up next is a short drama presentation by ICPC's integrity players on corruption in the marketplace.
Wow, see as market just dry. Since morning, no market. At least I go fit make gain for this market.
Hold on, no. We day.
My dear.
That's how we do this thing now.
So my sister, if I don't do it like this, at least if I sell 1 cup, I go know so I go make the money of 2 cups.
Hey, this market hard.
If no, so I want to feed all my 5 children,
Hey.
How that on aside? Any customer don't enter today?
The market dry, yeah. I bet not can make I see how they do
now
this.
So you
well.
not can make it enter inside very well. So when you measure 1 cup, is equal to 2 cup.
Me ma go do am.
Now so my dear, sit down, make I find you something. Now you go chop groundnut.
Thank you. I go chop.
I wait till we get with that, sir.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Which one I go give you? We get rice, so.
And then why this pepper come dey like this now?
My dear, now the weather now, you know, say na harmattan we dey. Nothing do am. I just buy and come today.
No fresh. If you see the tomato I buy from that woman, the thing just dey fresh well.
My sister, follow me buy. Now so, follow me buy. Yeah?
How much be these ones?
This one na 15 naira.
Now your thing dey expensive. So
My sister.
I be customer now.
I know now. No be here they buy market. I beg. You see, na fresh pepper.
Go put jara.
I go put jara. No worry.
15 naira.
I go put jara.
Madam, see this one don't spoil, change them.
My dear, now I said 1 plate be. Now so if I do it like that, I will take the money no go come out. See, make I put plenty jara for you, eh? Thank you, my sister.
Okay, 3 Ikechi for me.
Thank you.
You get luck, you say your market they move.
See, even this one, if I put the bad one under. I not do it like that. All the bad one they go spoil. Who want chop am?
No. This thing, na correct one, no.
Go carry your things.
I go hit am.
Your cup, your mood,
Hit am.
No, snack am. You no go do am make them know. You go just snack am. Just dey make small change on top of every cup.
Na so we go do am. Go do am.
You know, see Mama Tola. Na so they say na wetin she dey do be that. As they say.
No customer.
Welcome.
Customer.
No market.
We thank God, customer. Welcome.
You have rice.
Rice dey customer, eh?
But I just saw you hitting this thing you want to use to measure something for me.
Na the cup customer. Na so we dey use.
Customer, it's not good. I saw you hitting this thing. After now, tomorrow, you start complaining. Corruption, this corruption, that in country hard.
Customer, na
See, in this your small shop, let's try and fight this corruption to make Nigeria better tomorrow. Do you want your children to suffer tomorrow?
No, customer. I'll suffer.
So you do, everything with integrity. Trust God. God will bring markets, and all these things will be bought. Okay. Thank you. I want rice. Use the correct something from you.
Customer, this is where you talk, so you don't sweet my belly. I know, because I don't want to make my children suffer tomorrow. No worry, I go throw away this one.
Thank
I
you.
get better cup. I go use that for customer.
Thank you. Give me 5 cups of
Okay,
rice.
customer. My better customer.
Thank you. That's how much?
This 1,000 naira.
Okay. Thank you. Keep the change. Buy something for the children.
Thank you, customer.
Thank you. Bye-bye, ma.
My sister, you hear wetin this my customer talk?
Not true.
We go change, we no go dey do like that again.
We go do am.
I don't throw away that cup. I no go do that kind, because I no make my children suffer.
I no knock my own again. I no go knock am.
Mama.
I go do it. I don't dey go.
Thank you, my sister.
Say well, say well.
My people, as una dey see, corruption no be for only at the top. Even for our homes, corruption dey take place. Even this tomato seller, una see wetin she bin dey do. E no good. So abeg, may we join hands, may we fight this canker worm called corruption.
The need for all and sundry to join hands with the anti-corruption agencies to rid the country of all forms of corruption cannot be overemphasized. Icpc recognizes the vital role the media can play in educating the public to realize the need to take an active role in the anti-corruption effort. Today on our focus segment, we bring you some excerpts from the ICPC Chairman's Media Parley 2017. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC) recently hosted some Nigerian media practitioners to a roundtable at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja. The event, tagged ICPC Chairman's Media Parley, was aimed at building a better relationship with the media as major partners in the fight against corruption. ICPC Chairman Mr. Ekbonta spoke about some of the activities and achievements of the Commission, but frowned at some wrong publications about the organization in recent times. He therefore enjoined the journalists to always seek information from authentic sources rather than engage in speculations.
As we grapple with the challenges of reducing corruption in the polity, we must recognize that this criminal activity thrives on opportunity to commit the act. I have deliberately underlined the word opportunity. The latitude for corrupt acts in organizations comes in the form of weak internal controls, wide discretionary authority, poor record keeping, poor supervision, low personnel quality, lack of ethical values, lack of early warning systems, excessive human interface between service providers and service beneficiaries, etc. While the full weight of the law must be brought against corrupt persons, it is crucial that in addition, anti-corruption efforts must be focused on prevention through systems reform and reduction of opportunity for corruption. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, in fulfillment of its mandate, Section 6B to D of the Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Act 2000, vigorously pursues systems reform to deliberately and consciously shut the door against illicit activities. In our anti-corruption work, we acknowledge the media as a potent force in shaping opinion and behavior. Since positive values constitute the fundamentals of a corruption-free society, we ask that you leverage your influence to reorient society towards these values by paying due attention to corruption prevention efforts, even as publicity is given to enforcement issues. The news that a big fish has been arrested for corruption may be attention-grabbing, but Nigeria stands to benefit a lot more from process reforms. Imagine the benefits from reforms which, for example, ensure that funds for education are difficult to embezzle and that children get quality, value-based tutoring that prepare them to contribute intellectually and ethically to society. Recovering pension funds for the one victimized pensioner is just as important to ICPC as recoveries for the state. In fact, I take more delight in seeing that face of hope when you've recovered something as little as 100,000 for a pensioner that has not been paid for 6 years.
Knowledge sharing is key if the war against graft is to be won by all, says the Commission Secretary, Mr. Elvis Oglafa.
The media is an awareness-creating estates of the realm. It is familiar to say that whatever negative practices that impinges on governance and development should be exposed by the media. Therefore, corruption, as you all know, is a manifestation of negative thoughts against equity and social justice. And interestingly, The media is apparently an agent of social justice, a role that should not be compromised no matter the attraction.
The event was an interactive one as journalists had opportunity to clarify on some salient issues about the workings of the Commission.
I want to ask a question, how far the Commission has gone about the petition submitted by Honorable Jibril on the panel of the 2016 budget. Because I'm very aware that he submitted his petition to this commission.
You talk about the whistle protection policy of the ICPC. We want to know how much the ICPC is doing to protect whistleblowers.
Have you had any encounter where you had any petition regarding this looting of IDP funds? Thank you.
So sometimes the publicity you put out actually run your country down. You might think it's promoting the paper, but it has serious consequences internationally. That's why if you want information from ICPC, the person will give you his name or her name. Don't say from sources.
The meeting was attended by Honorable Member of the Commission Abdullahi Bako, heads of departments and units and top management staff of ICPC. It also witnessed the commissioning of the Commission's new app, Wahala Day. At the end of the meeting, the journalists had this to say.
When I got the invitation for this media parley, I was really happy because we need to take it a step further. Because if the media are not aware of what you are doing, you'll be left in the dark. And it's only the media that can project the activities of ICPC. And this should be more often. Even apart from making it a confirmed arrangement, it could be, once in a while you get 2 or 3 persons together and say, this is what we have. Engage the media effectively. Carry them along. There has been issues of we are putting a call across, nobody is responding. You are adamant to the media. You are not carrying us along. We don't know what ICPC is doing. So I believe that will not be the story anymore. That should be in the past. The media should be able to defend ICPC even in your absence. So it's very necessary to engage the media. Media solves problem, and media will take your actions to the grassroots. So engage them effectively. The commission has taken a new leaf. The chairman is an accommodating person. From his speech, he's open to discussion. He has an open door policy, and the ones is not very clear. He said, no, I don't want to give you wrong figures. So I like him for that. Instead of making it look as if he has everything now, he has said, no, this figure I don't have it, but give me time to provide it. So that is an exemplary leadership. So I give it to him.
Thank you.
I think this media parley with the chairman of the ICPC is very, very timely. It was quite educative and interactive. A lot of people have a lot of misconceptions and misgivings about the work of the ICPC. In fact, some people tend to confuse the work of ICPC and that of the EFCC, and they are also urging for the merger of the two organizations. But clearly, from what the chairman was able to state today, he really made it clear and categorically clear that ICPC is on the vanguard of this fight against corruption, and they are still fighting and combating crime and criminality in the society.
I felt very proud that you people you have gone far too, and you are making modest progress. And, contrary to my belief before I came in, I was quite impressed, and you have gained some mileage in fighting corruption in the country. It's only your style, your approach that is different, but the goal is the same.
In fact, the perception I had was that ICPC was not doing anything. Until today, the chairman was able to say a lot of things, and I was impressed. So there should be more of such engagements, so that the public will know, and the public can only know through the media. And when you say we are doing this, when the commission recovered about 40 vehicles, it was all over the media. So this commission is still existing, so it's working.
ICPC is not about fighting corruption as per money alone. That there are other related corrupt practices. Corruption is not about money or stealing money alone. other things, doing the wrong things instead of doing the right things. I now know that one. And people used to mistake or confuse EFCC with ICPC. I was one of them. But when I came, I realized that theirs is quite distinct from what the EFCC is doing. EFCC is fighting only financial crime. They are fighting corruption generally and other related, that is all matters that relate to wrongdoings. They are in it. So I've come to learn that one. And I've also learned that contrary to speculation or calls or agitations that they should be merged with the FCC because they do the same thing, the chairman educated us by telling us that after all, there was a convention, the UN convention, that actually made the establishment of ICPC, EFCC itself, NAPTIP, and one other organization, I think Code of Conduct Bureau. I was able to understand, by my coming here, I was able to be educated on that.
Section 50 of the Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Act 2000 gives the chairman of the ICPC power to require a suspect to surrender his travel documents or papers to the commission. This is where we believe that the individual under investigation is likely to abscond from jurisdiction or frustrate our investigation by leaving the country. So the chairman is required by this section to give the suspect a notice in writing to return his international passport, travel document to the ICPC. This to ensure that he stays and responds or answers to charges or investigation that may take place by the commission.
And that's our package on this week's edition of Corruption Must Go. You can reach us with comments and questions via our mobile app, Wahala Day. You can also watch this program on our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/ICPC Nigeria. Thank you for watching and see you again same time, same station next week. I am Murna Ishaku.